Hello, welcome to my channel UPSC Redefined, helping students who are preparing for UPSC, SSC, State, PCS and other competitive exams to update their current affairs and improve their knowledge. Today's topic is Chandrayaan 2. What is Chandrayaan 2 and is Isro's next missions? Chandrayaan 2 is India's lunar mission to explore uncharted south pole of the moon. We can see only one side of the moon from the earth. This is because the relative motion of the moon to the earth is same, and so from the earth, from whichever continent, we can see only one side of the moon. The other side of the moon is always hiding, and this Chandrayaan 2 mission's objective is to launch and explore whatever the minerals and whatever the things that are there on the south pole of the moon. And so recently this was done, and unfortunately we lost communication with the Vikram lander, and only 95% of the mission was successful. That's okay. India stood as fourth country after USA, Russia and China to launch their vehicles and take pictures of this moon on the south pole. India is the fourth country to do this, and so we are very fortunate to make this successful 95% in the first attempt itself. Russia tried this 17 times, and America also several times it tried and finally got successful in this mission. This is launched by rocket named GSLV-MK3M1. This is geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle Mark III. This M1 means 3-stage medium lift launch vehicle. This is GSLV geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle Mark III medium weight lift launch vehicle. This is the rocket name, and this see in this picture we can see this is the orbiter, this is the Chandrayaan orbiter, and this is Vikram, this is the lander. This helps in landing on the surface of the moon and taking this rover. This rover name is Pragyan. This Pragyan is rover, and when this lands on the moon, the Pragyan comes out of the Vikram and will stay 500 meters surrounding this lander, and will keep drilling onto the surface of the moon, do some explorations, and sends all this data to Isro. And this rover, this rover's lifespan is only 14 Earth days, I should say. What are Earth days? Let me conclude what are Earth days. The moon, we can say, when this is a moon, and when the sun rays again comes back to the same position, then we call this a day. On this moon, on Earth, it take 24 hours. It take 24 hours for the moon to come to the same point in the sky. But on this moon, it takes exactly 29.5 days. So, for we should say, Earth 14 days means it takes half day. 14 days on the Earth. We can say on the moon, 14 Earth days and 14 Earth nights combined together to form a day. Say so this Pragyan will have a lifespan of 14 Earth days. On these 14 Earth days, it has to explore what all the minerals are there and what are the things that are present in on the surface of the moon. It has to drill deep into and take some samples. Those are called payloads, actually. And so we have already lost communication with this lander, and we have less than 10 days of time to re-establish the connection from lander and make this Pragyan activate and do some explorations. And another important thing is the weight of this Vikram lander is 1471 kg. This weight of this Vikram lander is 1471 kg and weight of this rover is 27 kg. The weight of this rover is 27 kg. Hopefully, I think we can establish again communication with this land rover and we can activate Pragyan and do some explorations. Anyhow, 95% of the mission is successful because this orbiter is safe and we have lot of work with this orbiter for again 7 years. It is going to work. It is going to move around the moon and take some important pictures where all the water resources are there on the surface of the moon, and all these things will be done by this orbiter. And let us see into the ISRO's next missions. What are the next missions of ISRO? There are some very enthusiastic missions are going on for next 10 to 15 years. The very near, maybe this year, they are going to launch the next project, that is Aditya L1. Aditya L1 in 2019-20, they are going to do this. This is nothing but to send a PSLV onto the surface of the moon to probe into sun's corona. See these parts, this surface of the sun, this atmosphere is called corona. This surface is called corona, and this PSLV launch vehicle, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, PSLV, going to launch this mission Aditya L1 onto the corona. It is 6,000 degree Kelvin's temperature is there on this corona. To withstand this temperature and to probe into the contents of this corona, this is the next mission Aditya L1. This is going to launch in 2019 and 20. And other some interesting missions done by ISRO are Gaganyaan in 2021 to 2022. We know what is Gaganyaan. This is the PM's most favorite mission, and he promised this on his oath taking after the elections. And there are some they are planning to take one woman astronaut also into this mission. If this becomes successful, again India will become fourth country after USA, Russia and China to take human beings into the space. And so this Gaganyaan is most interesting and a breathtaking mission for India. And next one is Mangalyaan 2. We know Mangalyaan, Mars Orbiter Mission, MOM, was happened. We got successful, and in 2022 and 2023, this Mangalyaan 2 we are going to launch, and this is about to study the surface of the Mars Orbiter Mission. This is going. We are going to study the surface of the Mars. And France also wanted to take some initiatives. Will come hand in hand with the ISRO, but no initiation is not taken yet. So let's see how much percentage this France will take partnership in our Mangalyaan 2 mission. And next one is ExpoSat 2020. In 2020, ExpoSat is nothing but to study the X-ray sources in the universe. There are some X-rays that are releasing from the universe, and we have detected this recently. And this ExpoSat is all about detecting the source of these X-rays from the universe. This is going to be launched in late 2020, I should say, late 2020s. And next one is Indian Space Station. This is very interesting topic. We already know about International Space Station, ISS. We already know International Space Station that is built by USA, but this is going to pack up in 2028. So India is trying to launch Indian Space Station in 2023. The proposed space station weight is about 15 to 20 tons. 15 to 20 tons, and it is said to accommodate humans, astronauts, up to 15 days. Up to 15 days in this space station. And Mr. Shivan, the chairperson of the ISRO, recently said that this space station is actually an extension mission for Gaganyaan. When these astronauts go into space, it also has to accommodate humans there in the space, and so he said that it is a extension mission for Indian space station for Gaganyaan. And he said that after establishment of this Indian space station, it will work up to 7 to 8 years. Means up to 2030 or 2031, it will work up to this time, after if they launch in 2023. So let us see some important extra information about ISRO. It is established in 15th August 1969. Actually, this is foundation stone was laid by Jawaharlal Nehru in 1969, and the first chairperson is Vikram Sarabhai. Vikram Sarabhai is the first chairperson, and we know recently 100 years centenary we celebrated for Vikram Sarabhai, and its headquarters are in Bengaluru. Its headquarters are in Bengaluru, and the chairperson is K. Shivan. This is the person, K. Shivan, who is the man behind almost successful Chandrayaan. About 95% of the mission was successful. That is only because of him. He is from a farmer's family, and he is very interesting person. We can see so many biographies, so many articles about his family background, how he became so successful, and PM Narendra Modi also consoled him when he took pain because of lost link from Vikram lander. Recently, another thing, very important thing, Vikram lander we lost communication from Vikram lander when it reached up to 400 meters from the lunar surface. Actually, it was predicted that at first about 2.1 kilometers, but later it was found that from 400 kilometers height, we lost the communication from Vikram lander. So I think it is very much possible to again re-establish communication from Vikram lander, and Pragyan may go on to the surface and make some explorations and take some payload from the surface of the moon. So this is all about Chandrayaan 2 and ISRO's next missions. When these next missions are going to launch or about to launch, let us make another video about in detail about the next missions one by one. So this is all about this, and thank you.